The origins of the flame. Imagine standing in the middle of a vast, desolate desert where the ground beneath your feet feels like it's holding secrets from another world. The wind howls, carrying whispers of forgotten tales, and in the distance, an ominous glow pierces the darkness. You move closer, heart racing, and then you see it, a massive crater ablaze with flames that never die. Locals call it the Gates of Hell. It all began in the 1970s, during the height of the Soviet Union's relentless quest for energy resources. A team of geologists arrived in the Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan, a barren and unforgiving landscape. Their mission was clear: drill deep into the earth to tap into a natural gas reserve.
But fate had other plans. As the drill punctured the earth, the ground beneath them collapsed, creating a massive crater. The accident exposed a pocket of methane gas so vast and volatile that it started seeping into the atmosphere. This wasn't just dangerous, it was deadly. The scientists made a drastic decision. They set the crater on fire, believing the gas would burn off in a matter of days. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. And now, over 50 years later, the flames are still a gateway to another world. The locals have their own legends. Some say the crater is cursed, a punishment for disturbing the Earth's sacred veins. Others believe it's a portal to another realm, where the spirits of the desert whisper in the night. Travelers who visit often speak of an overwhelming feeling of unease, as if unseen eyes are watching from the fiery depths. The fire, fueled by an endless supply of natural gas, casts a haunting glow visible for miles. At night, the crater becomes a surreal inferno, its flames dancing like living creatures. The heat is so intense that even standing near the edge feels like stepping into another world. A world where fire reigns supreme. A deadly reminder. The Darvaza gas crater is more than just a natural wonder. It's a stark reminder of humanity's impact on the planet. What started as a search for energy turned into an eternal flame, releasing methane, a potent greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere. Scientists and environmentalists alike worry about the crater's ongoing toll on the environment. The Turkmen government has considered extinguishing the flames, but so far, the gates of hell remain open, defying all efforts to tame its fiery wrath. For adventurers, the gates of hell is a destination like no other. Tourists from around the world brave the harsh desert to witness this phenomenon. Standing there, staring into the endless fire, you can't help but feel both awe and fear. But the question remains, what happens when we play with forces we cannot control? Would you dare to visit this portal of fire? If you enjoyed this fiery tale of mystery and history, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Of adventure, hope, and profound tragedy. On November 24, 2009, what began as a family bonding activity in Nutty Putty Cave, Utah, turned into a heartbreaking event that gripped the nation. John was a 26-year-old medical student, husband, and father of a 14-month-old daughter. During Thanksgiving week in 2009, he and his family decided to explore Nutty Putty Cave, a popular spelunking spot in Utah. Nutty Putty Cave is located south of Utah Lake. The cave is known for its narrow and twisting passages. Discovered in 1960, it became a hotspot for amateur cavers. Despite its popularity, Nutty Putty Cave was infamous for its tight spaces and had seen previous rescue operations. The fateful day, November 24, 2009. John entered the cave with his brother Josh and a few friends. Their plan was to explore as much of the cave as possible and enjoy the thrill of spelunking. While exploring, John mistakenly entered a narrow and sloped passage he believed was the birth canal, a challenging but navigable section of the cave. The passage was far smaller than he expected. As he continued, he became wedged upside down in an 18-inch wide gap. The gravity of the situation. John's position, headfirst and angled down, placed immense pressure on his body. Gravity caused blood to pool in his head, making it difficult to breathe and causing severe strain on his heart. The rescue teams were alerted and arrived quickly, but the situation was far from simple. Rescuers tried to pull him out using ropes and pulleys. They spoke with John to keep him calm, as he remained hopeful and cooperative. His brother, Josh, stayed by his side, offering emotional support. Challenges in the operation. The passage was too tight for tools or machinery to assist effectively. John's downward position made it nearly impossible to relieve the pressure on his body. After over 27 hours of effort, a pulley system failed, further complicating the rescue. The heartbreaking outcome. Despite the heroic efforts of over 100 rescuers, John passed away due to cardiac arrest caused by his position and prolonged entrapment. His death was officially recorded on November 25, 2009. Sealing the cave. To honor John's memory and prevent future tragedies, Nutty Putty Cave was permanently sealed. The cave entrance was filled with concrete, turning it into John's final resting place. His death highlighted the dangers of caving and the importance of safety precautions. A film about the tragedy titled The Last Descent was released on September 16, 2016. Let this serve as a cautionary tale for adventurers. If you found this story meaningful, share your thoughts in the comments below.
Welcome to Dark Passages. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic and influential horror films of all time. Psycho is a masterpiece that redefined the horror. It's filled with shocking twists, unforgettable characters, and one of the most famous scenes in cinema history. Let's dive into the story of Psycho and uncover its secrets. The story begins with Marion Crane, a young secretary who's tired of her ordinary life. One day, she's trusted to deposit $40,000 for her boss, but temptation takes hold of her, and she decides to steal the money and start a new life. Marion sets out on a road trip to escape her old life, but her decision takes her down a dark path. Part 2. Exhausted and nervous, Marion stops at the isolated Bates Motel, where she meets the awkward yet kind innkeeper, Norman Bates. Norman lives in the shadow of his controlling, unseen mother, who seems to dominate his life. During dinner, Marion and Norman share a revealing conversation about his life, his mother, and the idea of feeling trapped. It's an unsettling moment that hints at the darkness lurking within Norman. As Marion decides to return the stolen money, she takes a shower to wash away her guilt. What follows is one of the most iconic moments in cinematic history, the shower scene. The camera focuses on Marion as a shadowy figure, later revealed to be Norman's mother, brutally stabs her. The shrieking violins of Bernard Herrmann's score make this scene unforgettable. Part 3. Viewers were left in shock. Hitchcock had just killed off the protagonist midway through the movie. It was a groundbreaking twist that kept audiences on edge. Marion's disappearance leads her sister Lila and Marion's boyfriend Sam to investigate. They hire a private detective, Arbogast, who traces Marion to the Bates Motel. But when Arbogast starts asking questions, he too meets a grisly end at the hands of Mother. The tension only builds as Lila and Sam uncover the truth. Here's where Psycho delivers its legendary twist. Lila sneaks into the Bates house and discovers a mummified corpse, Norman's mother. It turns out Norman killed his mother years ago and developed a split personality. He alternates between himself and Mother, committing murders while dressed as her. The movie ends with Norman, fully consumed by his mother's persona, sitting in a jail cell, chillingly whispering, "They'll never catch me because I'm not even going to swat that fly." Part 4. Why Psycho Matters. Psycho wasn't just a horror movie, it was a revolution. Hitchcock broke every rule, from killing the main character early on to introducing graphic violence to exploring psychological horror. The film paved the way for modern slasher movies and psychological thrillers, inspiring filmmakers for decades. If you loved this breakdown of Psycho, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dives into classic horror. What's your favorite part of Psycho? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, be careful who you trust when you check into a motel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.